thrifting ain't easy, unless you're watching me. Welcome, you're watching the Thrift Store Rundown, where we bring Hollywood home on a budget. You see, in life, there are many philosophies. One of my least favorites is, the best things in life aren't always free. Well, at least on this stuff, they don't have to break the bank. And then there's slow and steady wins the race. That doesn't apply to many things in life, but it sure does apply to sets, which for this application could sure come in handy a little bit later. Trust me. And then there's this philosophy, and my belief in this is as firm as frozen tofu, that one of the best ways to anyone's heart is through their stomach. Once again, we're going to reinforce that notion deliciously, this time with another visit to Cook's Country. You know, the regional specialty brand of America's Test Kitchen. This is their dual month February-March 2022 issue that retailed for $7.99 in the US, $2 more in Canada, and that I just happened upon for $1.49 from the thrift store here in Patterson, and just had to share with you ASAP. I mean, given the orange upside down cake taking center stage here, and the 7 other recipes in this issue mentioned in name only on the cover, you could almost literally taste the sunshine. But before you and the love of your life or the love of your life elect do that, that's why I'm making this a Cook's Country Couples Edition. You've got to taste the heat of a steamy, spicy, moonlit escapade. And that's where our first recipe comes in. Matthew Fairman's take on an Italian-American seafood lover's classic, seafood fra diavolo. Their one-pot method brings this spicy restaurant favorite home. A delightful, sensual combination, a threesome if you will, of succulent shrimp, scallops, and mussels all come together with the convenience of one-pot cooking for a delicious, gorgeous, fail-proof seafood pasta worthy of any occasion. From a celebratory holiday feast, this stuff set 4 to 6, to a romantic Valentine's Day dinner. And I know, we're far away from Valentine's Day, but forewarned is forearmed, at least for next year. And who doesn't appreciate the healthy merits of convenience with flavor? This recipe gives you 3 step-by-step instructions for prepping the 3 main components of this dish. The seafood, the scallops, the mussels, and the shrimp. And as is the standard MO with any standalone Cook's Country issue, which we really should start doing more of, you get brief origin stories regarding the recipe's roots, their names, or of course their classic flavor components. You also get flavor shortcuts. For this application you can use bottled clam juice, and I'm pretty sure there are a few other flavor shortcuts to keep in mind throughout this issue to streamline the cooking process. That means less time in the kitchen and more time around the table with your loved one. I bet you anything, the results that come out of this will be so worth it that your date might be tempted to stay over the next day. Let me set the stage before that happens. Serve the meal, light a few candles, decorate the table a little bit, maybe some roses here and there, then take your date, blindfold her if you must to make it a special surprise, escort her into the next room, take off the blindfold, and then bask in the imminent glory of a job well done. What happens between now and then, meaning the next day? You don't need to use your imagination for that.
Did you taste it in her kiss? Feel it in her touch? Where do you go when love's not enough? Is there something I should know? Somewhere I should have been? Where do you go when these love scenes? So tell me, do you start to notice my heart breaking? Do I even show you this? Do you taste it in her kiss? Feel it in her touch? Where did you go when love's not enough?
So, ooh la la, it's now the next day, and I know you and your date were so taken aback by the recipe's deliciousness while enjoying each other's company that you were, let's just say, reaping the rewards of your fine work, that you might have little energy left for a nice breakfast, so you whip up some fancy oatmeal with some fancy goddesses. That's all well and good, but in my view, you should put in no less effort to your victory breakfast than you did in the previous night's dinner, which really clinched the deal. That's where this orange ricotta stuffed French toast comes into play. Amanda Lucktel's decadent breakfast in bed treat is actually inspired by two desserts. They are baklava and cannoli. On Valentine's Day, or anytime you're seeking a special breakfast for two, pour some steaming hot coffee into a couple mugs and make this stuffed French toast for yourself and your loved one. Combining the flavors of creamy cannoli and pistachio baklava that's been saturated in orange blossom water and honey creates a stuffing that's sure to impress in this creative, elevated version of the classic breakfast dish. It's hard to think of a better way to start a special day. And if you're really feeling over the moon, that is to say extra daring, you could turn it into a full-on bunch, at least when it comes to the libations department, with Lawman's Options Bearberry Spiced Bloody Mary Mix, an African spice blend which you'll have to buy at a specialty market. They don't give you a homemade recipe here, but I'll link a homemade recipe from Food Wizards in the description below, adds fiery depth to the classic mix. They also give you 4 options for garnishing. One of the options is one you can actually make using one of their recipes, and that would be spicy candied bacon. Once again by Lawman Johnson. 5 ingredients needed for this: center cut bacon, light brown sugar, pepper, red pepper flakes, and, I'm pretty sure Chef John would appreciate this, a small pinch of cayenne pepper, just to up the zest factor a little bit in this spicy candied bacon. I don't know about you, but if bacon can get sexy, this is its GQ look. No question about it. But anyway, I want to show you the dinner tonight cards if you're really in a pinch. Okay, fine, I'll show you these 4 easy sausage sandwiches. I mean, if you're living single, you might as well thrive on eating single, right? Even though these sandwiches serve 6, with 4 different toppings. I'll show you them quickly. Broccoli rabe, pickled peppers and provolone, the classic marinara and mozzarella, garlicky mushrooms and provolone, and fennel and olive salad. We have here 8 dinner tonight recipes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Photographs in front, recipes on the back. These are recipes you can pull off in a pinch if you really don't feel the need to impress. And given my handling of this magazine, and I assure you, this was been at the top long before I found it. Yeah, it's not really all about finesse. It's just about love. And at the end of the day, Cook's Country packs in the love, at least for foodies. We're talking mimosa fried chicken in here. All the flavors of the classic beverage in a fried chicken recipe. And if you abuse those Burberry Bloody Marys, you could whip up, in your best interest, a classic bowl of yakame soup. The origins and rise to fame of New Orleans Old Soba. It's a beef and noodle stew with an egg. How's that not gonna be a classic hangover cure? And of course that orange upside down cake. Peanut butter stuffed chocolate cookies. Need I say more? All the recipes photos can be found on the back. And for my money, this is your Cook's Country is one you're sure to heart. And for that, it earns all 5 claps. For me, the real realization will come in when both of you are staring at each other with that twinkle in your eyes, or in this case, right between them, basking in each other's warmth, as 2 souls become one at the dinner table. Thanks for tuning in. Just so you know, there's no limit to bringing Hollywood home on a budget. Please go ahead and check out another awesome review like this one by clicking here, and make sure you subscribe by clicking here. Until next time, I'll catch you, as I always do, on the Thrift